Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the K-1 visa. This is kind of a comparison with the B-1, B-2 tourist visa. A recent comment on our channel, quoting directly, they're barely processing K-1 visas. I would go with the CR-1 marriage visa. This is coming from somebody that is currently doing a K-1. A lot of people in the government just see the K-1 as a glorified tourist visa with a option, sort of sick, I think they meant an option to marry. In some embassies, K-1 are barely moving. Well, I can't speak for every embassy. I can say that here in Bangkok, K-1s are moving along. Again, every country is dealing with different ramifications associated with the local response to COVID-19. So, I don't know what's going on in every different embassy. But what I would say, and the purpose of this video is, the government just see the K-1 as a glorified tourist visa with an option to marry. No, not at all. That's an incorrect description of the situation. The INA is very clear. K-1 is its own, there's a fiance category for visas, and, it doesn't have, they're dealt with under the immigrant visa unit as opposed to the non-immigrant visa unit, which deals with tourist visas. So, yeah, they are totally two different things. Comparing them is like comparing apples and bowling balls. Now, that said, K-1s are kind of interesting because they are a non-immigrant visa, but they are what we call a dual intent non-immigrant visa. So a person can go to the United States, but they can have immigrant intentions, notwithstanding the fact that for technically speaking, that it is a non-immigrant visa. Again, it's still processed by the immigrant visa unit. It's treated for all practical purposes and legal purposes as if it were an immigrant visa, because that individual can have immigrant intent. It just has specific parameters under which that person can, in the case of the K-1, get married and apply for adjustment of status to lawful permanent residence. But to call it a glorified tourist visa, I don't think that's an accurate description. It's far from it, in fact. It's designed in a totally different way. It has a one-time usage of a 90-day validity as opposed to a 10-year multi-entry visa, which provides substantial amount of time, multiple times, for someone who comes into the United States. So to call it a glorified tourist visa is just, in my opinion, an inaccurate description. They're two very different travel documents, and they're used for two very different purposes.